Picture this. You're 3 weeks into a deal that looked like a sure thing. Your champion is engaged, the demo went great, and then suddenly, everything goes quiet. A week later, you find out a competitor swooped in with a pitch that addressed concerns you didn't even know existed. Sound familiar? In today's B2B landscape, winning deals isn't just about having a great product anymore. It's about knowing exactly what you're up against and being ready with the right answer at the right moment. That's where Playwise HQ comes in. It's the competitive edge that turns those lost opportunities into closed deals. So let's explore how AI-powered competitive intelligence is changing the game for sales teams just like yours. Let me tell you about Sue, a top-performing account executive at a fast-growing SaaS company. Last quarter, she lost 3 deals in a row, and it wasn't because she didn't know her product inside and out. It wasn't because she lacked hustle or skill. She lost because in each deal, a competitor showed up with a story she'd never heard before, objections she wasn't prepared for, and positioning that caught her completely off guard. By the time she scrambled to find answers, digging through outdated PDFs and firing off Slack messages to product marketing, the momentum was gone. The prospect had already made up their mind. Here's the hard truth. This happens every single day to skilled sales professionals. They're walking into competitive battles with one hand tied behind their back, relying on intelligence that's weeks or months out of date. But imagine if Sarah had walked into those conversations armed with real-time insights about exactly how that competitor positions themselves, what objections they raise, and the proven responses that actually work. That's the world Playwise HQ creates. So, what exactly is Playwise HQ? Think of it this way. If traditional competitive intelligence tools are like encyclopedias, comprehensive but static, gathering dust on a shelf, then Playwise HQ is an AI-powered competitive intelligence platform built specifically for the people who are actually in the trenches, having those tough conversations with prospects. Unlike tools designed for analysts who have hours to dig through reports, Playwise HQ is designed for sellers who need answers in the next 30 seconds. Here's what makes it different. It's a living, breathing system. Every deal your team closes, every win and loss, it all feeds back into the platform, making it smarter and more accurate. It's like the platform is learning alongside your team, evolving with the market, adapting to new competitive moves. So instead of information going into a black hole, never to be seen again, every insight becomes part of your team's collective intelligence. Let's walk through the 4 core capabilities that make this possible, and I'll show you exactly how they work in the real world. First up, AI-generated battle cards. Imagine your rep. Jake is on a discovery call, and the prospect mentions they're also looking at your main competitor. In the old world, Jake would have to remember what he read in that Battlecard PDF from 3 months ago, or worse, wing it. With Playwise HQ, he pulls up a battle card that was updated this morning with insights from a deal that closed yesterday. It's got the latest messaging, the newest objections, and responses that actually worked in real conversations. Second, win-loss analysis. Picture your sales leader, Maria, trying to figure out why the team keeps losing to a particular competitor in the enterprise segment. Instead of guessing or relying on gut feel, she opens Playwise HQ and sees clear patterns. You're losing on price in deals under 100K, but winning on implementation speed in larger deals. That's actionable intelligence she can use to coach her team today. Third, sales-sourced intelligence. Remember Sue from earlier? After she closes a deal where a competitor came up, she spends 2 minutes capturing what she learned, what objections they raised, how she responded. That insight doesn't disappear into a Slack thread. It flows directly into Playwise HQ, and now the entire team benefits from her experience. And fourth, the Centralized Intelligence Hub. No more hunting through Google Drives, Slack channels, or email threads. Everything your team needs to know about every competitor lives in one place, constantly updated, always reflecting what's actually happening in your market right now. Now let's talk about what all of this actually means for your revenue, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. I'm going to walk you through 5 key benefits, and for each one, I want you to imagine how it plays out for your team. Benefit number 1, higher win rates. Picture your rep Tom in a final presentation. The prospect throws out a tough objection, something about how your competitor offers a feature you don't have. In the past, Tom might have stumbled, promised to follow up, and lost momentum. But today, he's prepared. He acknowledges the feature, then pivots to 3 specific ways your solution delivers better outcomes, backed by a customer story that's directly relevant. He handles it smoothly, confidently, and 2 weeks later, the deal closes. That's what better objection handling looks like in action. Benefit number 2, shorter sales cycles. Think about your pipeline right now. How many deals are stalled because a competitor entered late and raised concerns your team wasn't ready for? With Playwise HQ, your reps spot competitive threats early. They're proactively addressing concerns in the first conversation, not scrambling in week 8. Deals move faster because obstacles get cleared before they become blockers. Benefit number 3, confident conversations. Imagine the difference in energy when your rep walks into a competitive situation, knowing they're prepared versus hoping they can figure it out on the fly. That confidence is tangible. Prospects feel it. It reduces those awkward pauses, those "I'll have to get back to you" moments that kill momentum. Benefit number 4, scalable intelligence. Let's say you're competing against 5, 10, maybe 15 different competitors depending on the deal. Trying to manually track all of them, keep Battlecards current, capture insights. It's impossible. But with Playwise HQ, your lean team gets enterprise-level intelligence without needing to hire a small army of competitive analysts. And benefit number 5, revenue team alignment. Picture your next QBR. Instead of marketing, enablement, and sales all pointing fingers about why competitive messaging isn't working, everyone's looking at the same data, the same insights, the same source of truth. You're aligned on what's actually happening in deals, and you can make strategic decisions together based on reality, not opinions. Here's the challenge that keeps competitive intelligence managers up at night. Imagine you're trying to juggle a dozen balls at once, except the balls keep multiplying, changing color, and moving in unpredictable directions. That's what manually tracking competitors feels like. You've got competitor A launching a new pricing model in the enterprise segment. Competitor B just released a feature that's getting buzz. Competitor C hired a new VP of sales and completely changed their go-to-market strategy. And you're supposed to track all of this across different product lines, market segments, and geographies, while also keeping your sales team updated. It's not just hard, it's impossible to do well. But here's where Playwise HQ's AI changes everything. Imagine instead of you trying to create every battle card at once, you had a tireless assistant who does the heavy lifting automatically. It's like going from manually sorting through a mountain of data with a shovel to having a smart system that organizes, analyzes, and creates the exact battle cards your team needs. Your sales team gets enterprise-level competitive intelligence, but you're running it with a lean, efficient operation. That's the power of automation done right. Let me paint you a picture of 2 different realities. In the first reality, your rep Alex is preparing for a big call. He opens up the competitor Battlecard PDF that was created 6 months ago. It's got some decent information, but he has no idea if it's still accurate. Did that competitor change their pricing? Are they still positioning themselves the same way? He's going in blind, hoping the information is still good. Now picture the second reality with Playwise HQ. Alex opens the battle card 5 minutes before the call. It was updated this morning with insights from a deal that closed in the Midwest region yesterday. He sees exactly what objections that competitor is raising right now, the specific language they're using, and 3 proven responses that worked in real conversations this week. He's not guessing, he's prepared. That's the difference between static and live intelligence. Our CEO, Paul Towers, puts it perfectly. He says, when you aggregate competitive data across hundreds of deals, something remarkable happens. Clear patterns emerge that you'd never spot looking at individual deals. Maybe you're consistently losing to competitor A when price comes up early in the conversation, but you're beating them almost every time when the discussion focuses on implementation speed and time to value. That single insight transforms how your entire team approaches competitive conversations. They know exactly when to lean in and when to pivot the discussion. This is what always current intelligence makes possible. It's not just about having more information, it's about having the right information at exactly the right moment, backed by real patterns from real deals. Most competitive intelligence tools are built for analysts to create beautiful reports that sit in folders. They're perfect for quarterly reviews, but useless when you're live with a prospect. Playwise HQ is built for that moment of truth, when your rep needs an answer right now, not next week. It's scannable, it's accessible, and it gives you the exact words to say. Because in sales, timing is everything. Who wins when you bring Playwise HQ into your organization? Let me paint the picture for each team. Imagine you're a sales leader named Marcus. You've been watching your team lose deals to the same competitor, but you couldn't figure out why. With Playwise HQ, patterns emerge from your deal data. You discover you're actually winning on features, but losing on perceived implementation complexity. Armed with that insight, you adjust your positioning, coach your team differently, and suddenly, your win rate against that competitor jumps 15 points. That's the power of real data driving real decisions. Now picture Elena, an enablement manager who's tired of creating content that nobody uses. She launches competitive Battlecards in Playwise HQ, and for the first time, reps aren't asking where the latest Battlecards are nor questioning the accuracy of the data. And then there's Jake, a sales rep who used to dread competitive deals. Now, he's confident. When a competitor comes up, he's got the intelligence he needs at his fingertips. He's closing deals faster, handling objections smoothly, and he's not staying up late researching competitors anymore. He's focused on what he does best, building relationships and closing business. Let me walk you through the journey your team takes with Playwise HQ. It starts on day one. Your reps log in, and instead of those dusty PDFs from 6 months ago, they see live current intelligence that reflects what's happening in the market right now. A competitor changed their pricing last week. It's already in there. They launched a new feature. Your team knows about it. That's step one, always current intelligence that actually keeps pace with reality. Then comes step two. Your reps start having different conversations. They're no longer caught off guard. When a prospect brings up a competitor, they lean in with confidence instead of tensing up. They've got the talking points, they've got the differentiation, and they sound like trusted advisors, not people scrambling for answers. Step three is where it gets really powerful. After every competitive deal, your reps share what they learned. Maybe they discovered a new objection or found a killer response that worked perfectly. That insight gets captured in Playwise HQ and becomes available to the entire team instantly. Your competitive intelligence isn't static anymore. It's growing, evolving, getting smarter with every single deal. And that brings us to step four, the results. Higher win rates because your team is better prepared. Shorter sales cycles because you're addressing competitive concerns early, not letting them fester into deal killers. Real revenue growth that you can track and measure. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to transform how your team handles competitive situations? Book a demo with us today. We'll show you exactly how Playwise HQ works, and here's the best part. We offer transparent pricing and a free tier so you can start seeing value immediately. No long sales cycles, no hidden costs, just real competitive intelligence that helps your team win more deals. Let's get started.